The following is a presentation of the Indianapolis Colts.
The inception of the Hall of Fame came in 1973. There were a group of men, Hub Etchison and several guys around the state of Indiana. All came together and had the idea of the Football Hall of Fame and put this thing together in 1973. It was decided it would be housed in Richmond. The important thing is we get things from all over the state, get things from colleges and individual around the state, individuals, and we also get things from high schools that send things in. Obviously, with the inductions, we get information from each induction. We've had things collected over the years, especially the history of football that's here, the old helmets, those kind of things, have been accumulated through donations of people that have wanted those things to be on display here.
I was aware of the Indiana Football Hall of Fame because I knew the founders. And as a matter of fact, the father of my best friend, Charles Wellings, was one of the original founders. So everybody in Richmond, Indiana was aware that this old post office building was to become the Indiana Football Hall of Fame.
I think the game of football is just outstanding. It teaches you a lot about life itself, but football is a game of hard knocks, you know, and I came up through Richmond, much like Paul Flatley did, and we're used to kind of a rough, tough kind of football from Hub Etchison, our coach, who was also the founder of the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. And he taught us a lot about the game of football and how it affects life. And I think that was a great contribution to us, because as you go through life and you're working every day, you get kind of knocked down once in a while and you got to get back up and keep going. But I thoroughly enjoyed coaching, had a lot of great assistant coaches, and had a great record, and I'm proud to be a member of this Indiana Football Hall of Fame.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is really important to the state of Indiana because it basically traces the beginning of football in the state of Indiana and how it's been important to young men in the state of Indiana over the years. And it's basically the history of all of it. It's all the great coaches, it's all the great players, it's the things that's happened at the colleges in Indiana, and it's just a history of everything that's happened here and how it's benefited the athletes in Indiana.
I think back last winter there was some discussion about expanding the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. We're located over here in the east central part of Indiana, and it would be nice to have some kind of a display there in Lucas Oil Stadium so a lot of other people could see it. And a meeting then took place with Richard Bryant and Tom Zupanzik, and Chuck O'Hara was involved in that, and I later became involved in it. And they thought that if we could build some nice display cases and locate them in a nice place there in the Lucas Oil Stadium, it'd be a tremendous asset to us to expand our Indiana Football Hall of Fame to there and let a lot more people see it.
We're very excited about the relationship we have with the Hall of Fame, and obviously the Hall of Fame Classic kind of highlights that day. We'll be presenting a check to the Hall of Fame in the amount of $5,000, and I think that's going to go towards some scholarship efforts that they're putting together. But the Hall of Fame is really a great place. It's located in Richmond, Indiana. We talked to the Hall of Fame about having a display inside Lucas Oil Stadium that would drive people to Richmond to see what is really a very rich, rich tradition right there in Richmond of everyone that really played football or coached football, was involved in broadcasting here in Indiana, and they're all highlighted right there in Richmond.
We're located on the terrace level at Lucas Oil Stadium in the northeast corner, and we're very excited to be able to come over here and do this. This is just a big opportunity for us. I want to express our thanks from the Hall of Fame to the Colts organization, and especially to Chuck O'Hara, Tom Zupanzik. They really helped us out a great deal. This idea came up in discussion way last winter, and it just slowly progressed into a fine thing here with the Colts, and this partnership thing has just been tremendous and put a lot of excitement into the Hall of Fame. So we want to extend our thanks to all the Colts.